Hey guys, welcome to this full investing guide for Stockholm and Antwerp. Today we will talk about profit potential, future stickers, the pros and cons of Stockholm and of Antwerp, and when to buy or sell your items. First of all, I need to stress the fact that you shouldn't buy them right now, because there's a 75% sale coming after the final is played. Let's get started with why I think Antwerp and Stockholm will both be great investments long term. First of all, a big pro for both majors is that these stickers look great compared to the older majors, being up there with Cadeau 14s, and these even have some better, more original holos. They are both borderless, they have great holos, they are very unique, and well liked by the community too. Even if Antwerp does end up being very high in supply, it could still be a good investment because of the high demand for both of these major sticker collections. The only way these aren't very well liked in the future is if Valve keep re-releasing the same good looking no border stickers every year from now on, but that will kill their own profit long term. Now I want to compare the pros and cons of Antwerp and Stockholm. So let's start with Antwerp, the new stickers. Why are they better compared to Stockholm? Well, first off, we're going to need to talk about the glitters. The new sticker type is currently only available with Antwerp, and if they in the future go back to foils or do another type of sticker, they will be even more unique. Even if they don't do that, glitters are the first to be released with Antwerp, so these are the first glitter stickers ever, and they're borderless, so they're pretty good. Whether the glitters are considered better or worse than the foils from Stockholm is up to you personally, but they are definitely unique. The holos. Even though Antwerp stickers look a lot like the Stockholm ones, there are more different colors that we have not seen on any holos ever. Some really good looking holo effects got added. In my opinion, some look even better than Stockholm, but even if you don't agree on that, they are still unique. For example, the Furia holo, which has the acid green color of a Glock nuclear garden. And even though there are a lot of guns with that color, and for example the Alp Containment Breach or the nuclear garden, there were no real matches in color until now, especially not holo ones. This isn't the only one. There are a lot more unique colors on all of these holos. For example the G2 with its red, yellow, black, orange, white and pink. That's 6 different colors on one holo effect. That's crazy. Or maybe the Imperial one with red, green, blue and yellow. Sure, Stockholm has some nice holos too, but these are on another level. The change to pinks. Since the holos are now the pink rarity, this means you will now have to open 5 times more capsules to get the same amount of holos. And this means there will be less of them. Even if there are lots of capsules, way more than Stockholm, to get RMR level bad over investing, we would need 5 times more capsules than RMR to get the same amount of holos. And remember, those RMR stickers looked way more ugly. The holos for Antwerp will be applied much faster, making the supply go down much faster. And since they look so good, they will be applied at a solid rate. Stockholm is already pretty expensive. Since Stockholm capsules already made a lot of growth in price, this means people are more likely to open the Antwerp capsules as they look really similar and are 25 cents after the sale. If you want to open up a good sticker and you don't care about the difference in looks, you will probably choose Antwerp simply because of the price. And there isn't really even that much of a difference in looks, so it'll be really easy for people to just open up Antwerp instead of Stockholm. This combined with the fact that the Challengers capsule has some insane prices, which is only making it worse. Even though the holos are pinks, there are going to be teams with cheaper stickers for Antwerp compared to Stockholm, simply because Stockholm is already so expensive. It will start cheaper. Since the capsules will be going 25 cents after the sale when you would be able to buy them or invest into them, that means they have more potential, since it has to grow less to double in price. For Stockholm Legends capsule to double in price, it has to go from 41 cents, which it is right now, to 82 cents, which is double, which would mean it'd have to grow 41 cents. The Antwerp capsules only would have to go up 25 cents, or even less if you buy them for less. I wouldn't recommend buying them directly when the sale hits. You usually have quite a bit of time. And this difference in having to go up only grows with the other Stockholm capsules. This is kinda where the pros for Antwerp end. But if you have any extra pros for Antwerp, please leave them in the comments. I would love to know, and it would make this full investing guide kind of more complete. Thank you. Let's now take a good look at the Stockholm stickers. Why would they be a better investment over Antwerp? Well, first of all, we have to talk about the low supply. The supply for the Stockholm capsules, as it is right now, will be lower than the total supply of Antwerp after the sale, since Stockholm was massively underinvested, and thus many people will see a quick profit in Antwerp and invest massively. Especially the Challengers capsule has a low supply due to underinvesting. This will probably not happen this time in such a big matter due to people buying more of the unpopular capsules because they saw that in Stockholm those were the ones that did the best in price. Although the Legends capsule this time will be really popular due to it being absolutely flooded with good and popular teams like Na'Vi or Cloud9, which Cloud9 also have a really nice holo, and way more good teams. It is still worth checking the market listings in a few weeks or months when the sale is almost closing, because then you can see what the real supply is like. They're slightly bigger. The Stockholm stickers are slightly bigger compared to Antwerp, about 10%. And with stickers, this is quite important because you want to see as much of the expensive sticker as possible. This is partially because the Antwerp logo in the corner is slightly bigger as well, and that is probably bad for Antwerp. If you're paying quite a bit of money for a craft, you want the most visible stickers possible, right? The Stockholm holos are still purple. The Antwerp stickers have their holos in pink tier, making them rarer to get dropped. You could see this as a positive or a negative, but in this case it's negative, because if you want to open capsules, this means you get way less holos from Antwerp and way more from Stockholm. 5 times more in the Stockholm capsules compared to the Antwerp ones, in fact. This means if you want to open holos, the Stockholm capsules are better to open, because you'll get 5 times more of them. The foils. Whether you like them or not, Stockholm has the last foils we will see for now, if ever. They are discontinued. Even though they weren't very popular in the past, some of these were quite popular and still are, due to them being kind of glow in the dark. They look way brighter than papers, even though they don't have much more detail than papers. Since these will probably be the last foil team stickers ever, and them looking good compared to the other team foils, they could be quite desired in the future. If Valve do keep releasing glitter stickers, or they keep maybe releasing new variants if glitter doesn't end up being so good, these are going to be the last ones, and they're going to be very popular. Even though we can't say if people will prefer the foils or the glitters, they are now kind of discontinued. Holos are better than glitters. Since people prefer holos over glitters, mostly, the holos will be more expensive, and since the purples in a capsule are opened way more, they affect the return percentage on a capsule way more. For example, if the holos in Stockholm cost on average $1 and the glitters in Antwerp on average about 40 cents, it will likely be closer to 25 cents, but okay. This means every time you get a purple, you get 60 cents less than if you were to open a Stockholm capsule. This means you get less of your money back opening Antwerp. Community preference. Okay, to be honest, this one is kind of a bit of a question mark, but I put it in the Stockholm category because Stockholm, as of now, has more preference from the community so far. This may change over the next couple months, but right now, many people seem to prefer the Stockholm stickers over the Antwerp stickers. Although, please form your own opinion about this, because it's very subjective. How do I see the future of these sticker collections? Well, if Valve keep releasing copies of these stickers, the community will be done with them very quickly, so they're going to have to be a little bit more creative with their future sticker designs. The only reason I think even Stockholm and Antwerp look so similar is the fact that the organizers were the same, it was PGL for both, and they simply didn't bother making new fancy designs or something, and also because last time they didn't really sell that much, they kind of undersold. Valve was like, yeah, we can still release the same ones and get a lot of money from it. And the Antwerp stickers are also still kind of different because there's now glitters and no foils, so they're not entirely similar. I think we will get new stickers next time, probably with a border of some sort, maybe with better holo effects, or something else different. If they aren't significantly different from Antwerp and Stockholm, that could be the end for major investing for the near future. If Valve do, however, change the stickers again in the future, I see a great potential for profit as long-term investments for Antwerp and Stockholm, seeing as they have very unique holos and very good, clean stickers, which people just love. Of course, we don't know the total future supply of Antwerp, and I know that it will be a lot. But the truth is that I think it will be quite a decent investment still, even if a lot more people will invest into them, because of the looks and all the signs that we do have already. That being said, do make sure to check the market listings for Antwerp capsules to know a bit about the supply, especially after the sale. This can give you some insight of Antwerp versus Stockholm supply. Also, make sure to take my advice with a grain of salt. And again, we don't know anything for certain. Like last time with RMR, people thought, meh, they don't look that good, but might as well invest because all the majors before that turned out to be quite good investments. So people just did it, and it went horribly wrong. Don't want to discourage you, like decide for yourself, but it could go either way. We don't know for sure. Now the question arises, when should you buy your items and when should you sell them again? Well, if you want to buy into Stockholm, the best option you have is buying probably after the sale hits from Antwerp, because there will be a lot of people selling off their Stockholm investments thinking, oh, I'm going to invest into the Antwerp stickers. For Antwerp, it's roughly the same, only I would wait until like a couple weeks into the sale, because the sales for Stockholm lasted like months. So you have plenty of time to buy in, and the price might even go a bit lower if again something happens with a weird currency issue. It's just safer to wait, you know, you get more insight in the prices and also in the stock. Maybe if there's too much supply on the market, you can also decide, nah, I'm just gonna skip this one. When to sell has a few different options. For example, right after the sale ends for Antwerp, there can be quite a significant hype for the capsules, because people always buy in when something gets discontinued for some reason. But this also might not happen if people know when the sale is going to end. I would go for the more reliable option of going long term, so maybe 1 or 2 years or even longer, because you almost know for certain that stuff like this is going to do well long term. That being said, there is never a perfect time to sell, and no one ever knows when the peak is reached and when we're going to see a dip. So this is kind of just, you are going to have to feel it out. That being said, which one should you choose to invest into when the sale happens? Well, I think you should decide, not me. Also, make sure to consider other investments, because there are plenty. You don't just need to invest into Antwerp or Stockholm. That being said, doing both collections ensures you a better chance of doing well and getting profit long term, so long as you believe the sticker investing market will stay intact. I will personally be buying back in after the sale in both collections, seeing as they look so good, and I can't imagine how Valve could ever release better looking stickers. I mean, they could, but I just don't see it. Although that's just my opinion. Well, anyway, that was it for this video. Props to you if you're still watching, you're awesome, thank you. If you liked it and you want to see more of me, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Goodbye.